I'm currently in the season of my life where I am trying to use everything that I have before I buy anything. So we have no snacks. Let's see if we can make 2 nostalgic yummy desserts with just these 5 ingredients, and we're not even going to use everything. So let's see what we can do. The first thing that we're gonna make is peanut butter stuffed peanut butter cookies. So we're gonna spoon out like 12 spoons of this and put it on this baking sheet lined with wax paper. Put it in the freezer and let it freeze or harden. Not freeze completely, but harden. This one is really melty because it was the creamy and natural kind, and we're gonna put it in the freezer. So we're gonna make 11. Finish the first jar of peanut butter, so I also grabbed this one. This one is crunchy actually, but I'm gonna use it for the fudge. So what I did was I added 5 tablespoons of peanut butter to this bowl, and one is the smooth and the rest are the crunchy, and I'm gonna heat it up until it's like melty. So it's all melty. So it's all melted, and we're just gonna add the can of sweetened condensed milk. Now there is a way where you can do it with regular milk and sugar if you prefer, but I don't have milk and I don't have sugar because I'm using everything in my pantry. So I'm gonna go in with 1 can of sweetened condensed milk, and then we're gonna put it in the baking dish lined with wax paper, and we're gonna put it in the fridge for 2 hours to set. When it's all mixed up, taste it. It tastes very sweet, very good. So now I'm going to pour it into my baking dish on my wax paper and let it sit. Now this is how it looks. You just want to smooth it out. I'm going to add some toppings just because I can, but you don't have to. I'm going to add some brown sugar. So I was going to use the chocolate out of here, but my kids already ate it, I guess. So I'm not doing that. I'll show you what else I'm topping it with. We are going to use the walnut halves instead, and some coconut flakes. So this is what it looks like, and we're going to put it in the fridge for 2 hours to set. Now I'm going to use the same bowl for the cookies that I used for the fudge, and no need to wash it. It's just peanut butter and condensed milk. So I'm going to use the rest of this peanut butter, some brown sugar, and an egg. So I have my peanut butter in there. I'm not sure how much this is. I just scooped it out. I did use all 3 of the jars, but all 3 of them were started, like opened, already used. Some out of them. So I would say you would use 1 large jar for both desserts, or maybe 1.5, or maybe 2 full jars. Something like that. Anyways, this is probably about 1.5, 2 cups. So I'm gonna go and add the same amount of brown sugar because I don't have white sugar. I added 1 egg and a splash of vanilla. The vanilla is optional, that's why I didn't include it in the ingredient list. Most recipes don't call for it. These are hardened. Now we're gonna start making the cookies. I'm gonna put the oven on 350, and these are gonna bake for about 12 or 13 minutes. You're gonna make a ball with the cookie dough. I cut one of those peanut butter patties or peanut butter lumps in half, and I'm going to add it to the middle of my cookie after I flattened it out like this. So this is how it looks, and then you're just going to roll the cookie back up around it and flatten it again. Actually, you don't flatten it again, you just leave them in a ball. So put them on the grease cookie sheet like this, and repeat. This is what they look like. I ended up using 2 pans and 6 cookies on each pan so that they can spread out. And I made a mess with confectioner sugar because I didn't want the dough to stick to my hands. And then this peanut butter is left from the one that I froze. If I did it again, if we like these and we make them again, I'm gonna freeze them for a little bit longer because they started melting. And the balls that I made for the frozen ones were too big. Obviously, that's why we have more left. So there's that. And they're going in the oven on 350 for 15 minutes, I think. And this is what they look like.